out. So plan out today. Remember last class we started chapter 6 homework. I show you all the problems. How do I solve those problems, right? Since we started, I think we should finish it. So we did 46 questions last class. Now let's continue. Let's continue. I found a better solution. I adjust the window size. So on the left, that's the Pearson. On the right is my OneNote, and this way I can read it better. All right, number 47. Yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. This binomial obviously is a difference of two squares. The requirement also tells us so. Use the difference of two squares formula, right? Yeah, so important things to find the two bases. The first base, 5x, second base, 6y. Yeah, let me know if this is too fast. We see it, right? 25 is 5 squared.
Yes.
So 25x squared, yeah, the base is 5x. First base is 5x. Second base, 36 is 6 squared, so 6y. In the second parentheses, we have 5x minus 6y, 5x minus 6y. Yeah, that's how do we factor a difference of two squares. I think it's pretty doable. Question number 48, factor by using the perfect square formula. Yeah, perfect square trinomial formula. When the question says so, that means the given trinomial is a perfect square trinomial. That means we only need to find the two bases, right? 100 is 10 squared. So the first term in the trinomial is a square of 10x. The first base is 10x. The second base is 1. Since we are factoring a perfect square trinomial, the result is going to be a square of a binomial. So you put the parentheses, raise the parentheses to the power 2. Inside the parentheses, we are going to have a binomial sum, which is a 10x.
10x plus 1?
Yeah, 10x plus 1, exactly. The sum of the two bases, all right? Next, question 49. Factor by using perfect square trinomial formula, same as earlier, right? So the first base is y, second base is 9. So we set up the structure, parentheses to the power 2.
Is it
Inside
y minus 9?
Exactly, y minus 1. Because the middle term of the trinomial is a negative. That tells us in the parentheses, we're going to have a subtraction. Base 1 minus base 2, y minus 9. Oh, sorry, did I enter 1?
It was
That's
9.
a mistake. So yeah, double check your result. Double check your entry. Make sure you enter the thing that you intended to. Next, question 50. By using perfect square trinomial formula, right? Same thing. First base, 7x. 49 is 7 squared. 81, 9 squared. So we're going to have a square of binomial sum to the power of 2. Inside the parentheses, we have 7x.
7x plus 9.
Exactly. Very good. Very good. Question number 51. I hope this actually help you. Yeah. If not, just feel free to speak out. Same thing, right? Perfect square trinomial formula. That means this trinomial is a perfect square trinomial. We're going to have a square of binomial sum. Parentheses, raise parentheses to the power of 2. Inside the parentheses, we're going to have an addition of two bases. Yeah, x plus 6. Very good. X plus 6. Perfect. 52. Same thing, right? Okay. So the first base, 8x, because the 64 is the square of 8. Second base, 7y, because the 49 is 7 squared. Put the parentheses, enter the parentheses, raise it to the power of 2. Inside the parentheses, we have the addition of two bases, right? 8x plus 7y. Because the middle term is a positive. Positive 112xy, right? Yeah, the middle term is a positive. So inside the parentheses, we have an addition. Next. Same thing. Okay, yeah, we did this already, right? Yeah, so that's why I have the answer entered already. this is our class. First base is 4x, second base is 3y, so 4x minus 3y to the power 2. The reason this time we have a subtraction in the parentheses is because the middle term in the original given trinomial is negative 24xy. So we have a subtraction inside the parentheses. Next question. Yeah, let's just do a similar problem. So this one is also perfect square trinomial, parentheses to the power 2.
So it'd be 7a plus 8b squared.
Exactly, 8b, yeah, and then to the power 2. Very good. And this one, let me choose a similar problem. And same thing, right? 6x minus y to the power 2. Do you see it?
Yeah.
6x minus y, because the middle term is negative. Very good. Next, find a similar problem. 5x plus 7, right?
Mhm. Yes.
To the power 2. 5x plus 7. Next. Yeah, this one is a perfect square. This one is a, difference of two squares because the given polynomial is a binomial. First base is 2x, second base is 1. So 2x plus 1 times 2x minus 1. Right? Next. Yeah, this one, did we mention this one? Yeah, you need to know how to factor this type of binomial because we're going to use difference of two squares, the formula twice. The formula is a squared minus b squared equals a plus b times a minus b. So the binomial can be written as a difference of two squares, square of x squared minus 1 squared. So the two bases are, base 1 is x squared, base 2 is 1. So we have base 1 plus base 2 times base 1 minus base 2. And this one is a factorable. X squared minus 1 is x squared minus 1 squared. So it can be factored as x plus 1 times x minus 1. So x plus 1 times x minus 1. You will have similar problem in the exam. Requires the difference of two square formula twice to completely factor the given binomial. So be aware. We apply the formula, the difference of two square formula twice. And this problem, because there does not exist a combination of the two binomials that we multiply will equal 9x squared. So in the polynomial 81 x to the power 4 is minus 1. Yeah, it's to explain why 9x squared plus 1 is not factorable. Okay, yeah, this is a good explanation. Next. All right, so this one, do we do GCF first? Yeah, 243. 3 is the GCF. Factor 3 out. We have 81 x squared, right? X squared minus y squared. Keep 3 outside. And inside the parentheses, we have a difference of two squares, which is the square of 9x minus square of y. So base 1 is 9x, base 2 is y. So we can factor the binomial inside the parentheses as 9x plus y times 9x minus y. So we're going to enter the result here. Don't forget we have a GCF 3 in front of the parentheses. Parentheses times parentheses. We have 9x plus y. This is a 9x minus y. 9x, oops. 9x minus y. All right? Yeah, GCF, we need to take out the GCF first. And this one, I noticed the coefficients that say 24, 24, 6, right? Yeah, obviously GCF is 6. Factor 6 out, we have 4x squared minus 4x plus 1. You can slide, divide, slide to factor the trinomial inside the parentheses, but I hope you see this is a perfect square trinomial. Base 1 is 2x because 4 is 2 squared. Base 2 is 1. And the trinomial can be factored as 2x minus 1 to the power of 2. Since the middle term is negative, so 2x minus 1 to the power of 2. The result is 6 times parentheses to the power of 2. Inside the parentheses, we have 2x minus 1, 2x minus 1. All right. Next, factor by first looking for GCF. Yeah, sometimes the question tells you to pay attention to the GCF, and that's good, right? And the variable is Z. 32, 80, and 50, GCF is 2. Factor 2 out. We have this one, 16Z squared plus 40Z plus 25. Yeah, 25 drew my attention. 25 is 5 squared, right? So base 1, B1, base 1 is 4Z. 16 is 4 squared. B2 is 5. If we multiply the two bases, 20Z, double 20Z, 40Z. So I basically checked the trinomial inside the parentheses is a perfect square trinomial. So we are able to factor it as a squarable binomial sum, which is a base 1 plus base 2 inside the parentheses and raise the parentheses to the power of 2. Yeah, let me know if you are following.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, thank you, Emma, for your response. So inside the parentheses.
Oh, sorry. Will there be opportunities for extra credit this class?
I'm doing it. Yeah, no, because I'm doing everything for today's class. Also, we have one more topic need to cover before we review for the exam 3. So I'm going to do those work. All right. And you guys have earned a lot of credits from previous sections. All right. So next, 63. Did I get another question? So 1832, obviously GCF is 2, right? Factor 2 out, so we have 9x squared minus 16. Looks good? And the 9x squared minus 16 is a difference of 2 squares. It is square of 3x and a square of 4, right? Yeah, 9 is 3 squared. So base 1 is 3x, base 2 is 4. So 2 is the GCF. The binomial inside the parentheses can be factored as base 1 plus base 2 times base 1 minus base 2. I'm gonna enter this here. Yeah, I'm recording make sure, yeah, I'm recording it. So 2 times parentheses 3x plus 4, 3x minus 4, right? Basically, those set of problems, you factor out GCF and you have a special binomial or trinomial inside the parentheses. And this one is a perfect square trinomial. Yeah, GCF is 1. There's nothing we can factor out. And I noticed 25x squared is the square of 5x. So base 1 is 5x. And the last term, 49, is 7 squared. So base 2 is 7. If we multiply the two bases together, 5x times 7, 35x. Double 35x, 70x. 70x is in the middle. So yeah, this trinomial is a perfect square trinomial. The factorization would be square of a binomial sum because the middle term is positive. Inside the parentheses, we have base 1 plus base 2, 5x plus 7. All right, this one, GCF first. 32, 16, 2, so factor 2 out. We have 16x squared minus 8x plus 1. And then look at this trinomial, it's special, right? 16x squared is the square of 4x Base 1 is 4x. 1 is 1 square. So base 2 is 1. Multiply the two bases together, 4x. Double it is 8x. And so it's a negative. This is going to be factored as a square of binomial difference. Base 1 minus base 2. Okay, so it's going to be 4x minus 1 to the power of 2. Yeah, we have a 2 as GCF in front of the factorization, in front of the variable part. Inside the parentheses, we have 4x minus 1. 4x minus 1. Looks good. 66. All right, 7a squared minus 9ab plus 8a. Yeah. Is this trinomial factorable? Yeah, let's see. This trinomial has two variables, right? Good news is this trinomial has GCF 8. Yeah, we're gonna factor it out. Factor it out. Yeah, numerical part has GCF 1. But variable part we have a GCF 8. Letter A. Factor it out, we have 7a minus 9b plus 8. 7a minus 9b plus 8. And this is not factorable, okay? Yeah, that trinomial is not factorable, it's linear. Yeah, so all we need to do is to factor the GCF out. We have a letter A outside. Inside the parentheses, we have 7a minus 9b plus 8. 7a minus 9b plus 8. Right? 67. Okay. Difference of two squares. I hope you see it already. First base, 7x. Second base, 3y, right? So we can factor it as parentheses times parentheses. In the first parentheses, 7x plus 3y. Inside the second parentheses, 7x minus 3y. Next, y squared plus 49 is a prime, okay? Yeah. This is a sum of two squares. Y squared plus 7 squared. There's no GCF, so this sum of two squares is not factorable, is a prime, is not factorable in a rational number set. Next, and this one, 45 is not a perfect square, so it's a regular trinomial. Let's see if we can factor it. X squared plus 14x plus 45. A is 1, B is 14, C is 45. Shortcut method requires us to find the two integers, multiply to 45, add up to 14. They should be both positive. Let's see which two numbers. We can go through those possibilities, right? 1 and 45. 3, 2 doesn't work. 3 times 15. 5 times 9. Oh, there we go. So it can be factored as x plus 5 times x plus 9, right? 5 and 9 multiply to 45, add up to 14. So yeah, obviously this is a factorable. The factorization is going to be parentheses times parentheses. It's going to be x plus 5 times x plus 9. This one, no GCF. Let's try slide divided slide. 6x squared plus 13x minus 5. Slide. We have x squared plus 13x minus 30, right? Factor, use the shortcut. It's going to be plus 15 minus, oh no, yeah, minus 2. -2 positive 15 multiplied to negative 30, add up to 13. Do you need me to show you the details of this step? Shortcut is super important. Yeah. Do you need me to show you the details here? Everyone?
No, I'm all right. I think I understand it.
Okay, thank you. All right. So and then divide the two numbers by 6. Simplify. X minus 1 over 3, x plus 5 over 2. Yeah. And then slide it back, right? Yeah, because after we simplify, we still have denominators. So 3x minus 1 times 2x plus 5. If you have extra time, I'm not sure because you have 2 minutes for each question. Pretty not that generous, right? Time-wise. So, but if you have time to check, you should double check. So the result is going to be parentheses times parentheses. Inside the first parentheses, we have 3x minus 1. Inside the second parentheses, we have 2x plus 5. 2x plus 5. So like that. Yeah. They look different, but only the few methods we learn apply, right? Yes, slide, divide, slide, use a shortcut. Shortcut is so important. And this polynomial has 4 terms. And let's see if it's factorable by using grouping method. I think 3a minus 9c. I think, let me see, x plus 3y. Okay. It is factorable, but we are not going to be able to factor it if we group the first to last two. We would need to, let me copy the polynomial first. We would need to group the number 1, number 3, and number 2, number 4. So we have ax plus 3ay, and then negative 3cx minus 9cy. Yeah, this way we are able to factor this polynomial with 4 terms. Yeah, the first group has GCF A. After we factor A out, we have x plus 3y. And the second group has a GCF of negative 3c, actually. 3 and 9, GCF 3. C is common. And inside the parentheses, we have x plus 3y. If you are not sure, double check. Negative 3cx, negative 9cy, right? And the two groups have the common binomial factor, x plus 3y, factor it out, and a minus 3c. And let's put it here. Yeah, those just extra mixed up problem. Yeah, use different methods, x plus 3y. And right here we have a minus 3c. A minus 3c. Okay. Next, this one is a perfect square trinomial to the power of 2 is y plus 1. Okay, I hope you see it. Yeah, first base is y, second base is 1. If we multiply the two bases, we have a y, double it is 2y, so it's in the middle. It's a perfect square trinomial. Sometimes it tells you, sometimes it doesn't tell you. You have to figure it out yourself. This one, okay, I'm gonna show you here, okay? First term, 4x squared, which is the square of 2x. So b1, base 1 is 2x. Last term is 9, which is 3 squared. So b2 is 3. Multiply the two bases, we have 6x. Double it is 12x, which is in the middle, right? Yeah. In the middle, we have negative 12x. So it's going to be a difference, the binomial difference. Gonna be a square of binomial difference. Base 1 minus base 2 to the power of 2. That's how do we process this type of problem. Parentheses to the power of 2. Inside the parentheses, we have a Subtraction, 2x minus 3. Okay, so this one, we would have to use the slide divide slide method. Yeah, as you can see, those questions are mixed together. 5x squared minus 21x plus 4, slide. X squared minus 21x plus 20. I hope you see the two integers must be both negative, right? -1, -20. -1, -20 multiplied to positive 20, add up to -21. Divide two integers by the leading coefficient 5. Simplify x minus 1/5, x minus 4. 20 divided by 5 is 4. Slide back, 5x minus 1 times x minus 4. And that's the final answer. Parentheses, parentheses. All right. So inside the first parentheses, 5x minus 1, x minus 4. All right. Yeah, slide divide slide method. Next. Yeah, this one is challenging, right? Two variables, none of them can be factored out. X squared minus 7xy minus 78y squared, right? Yeah. Good news is all the three terms, they are degree 2. So this term, x times x, this term, x times y, this term, y times y. Remember when we have something like that, we have a like a convenient way to get it done, right? Remove y for now. Yeah, get rid of y. Yeah, put a y outside the picture. Then we have x squared minus 7x minus 78. Factor this trinomial. It's gonna be 1 positive, 1 negative. Let's see how do we find the two numbers. 1 times 78, 2 times 39, 3 times 26. 4 does not work. 5 does not work. 6 times 13. Oh, there we go. Right? Yeah. 6 times 13 is 78. And 1 negative, 1 positive is going to be positive 6, negative 13. All right? Positive 6, negative 13 multiplied to negative 78, add up to negative 7. And now we bring y back. Yeah, bring back variable y. So we have x plus 6y times x minus 13y. Yeah, that's the method I taught in the class before, right? I hope you remember that. Otherwise, if you process with y in it, it's going to be very annoying. Yeah. X plus 6y and easy to make a mistake. So what we do is, this method only applies when the trinomial has the format x times x, x times y, y times y. Very symmetric. Inside the second parentheses, we have x minus 13y. Next. All right. 4 terms. And okay, we can group the first two and the last two. Yeah, 4 terms. If the polynomial has 4 terms, factoring by grouping. Group 1, factor out a inside the parentheses, x minus 2. Second group, factor 9 out. We have x minus 2 inside the parentheses. So the two groups have a common binomial factor, x minus 2, a plus 9. Yeah, we have done the factoring by grouping a lot of times, right? Many times. X minus 2. I want to make sure that what you see in your assignments, the question is similar but not the same number. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, so not exactly the same, but same type, right? Okay, thank you. So you still have to practice yourself, but you have a sample question here that you can refer to. This one, GCF first. Yeah, as you can see, 3 goes into 48 how many times? 16 times. Also, x is common. So factor 3x out, we have 16 minus x squared. Okay, double check. 3 times 16, 48, x minus 3x cubed. All right. So we're going to factor the binomial inside the parentheses. The binomial inside the parentheses is a difference of two squares. Very important. When I teach this part, I emphasize, do not skip this step. What step? Write down B1, B2. Write down base 1, base 2. Base 1 is 4. Base 2 is x. When you apply the formula, you're going to have a base 1 plus base 2 times base 1 minus base 2. Do not just randomly change that to x minus 4 because sounds more comfortable. Yeah. The first base is a number. Second base is x. We cannot switch the order. All right. We have to keep the order. I hope you see my pointer here, everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So 3x in front, parentheses times parentheses times parentheses. Inside the first parentheses, we have a 4 plus x. Inside the second parentheses, we have 4 minus x. And done. This one, GCF first. Factor 4 out. We have x squared plus x minus 20. I hope you know how to factor this trinomial. X minus 4, x plus 5, right? Yeah, negative 4, positive 5. They multiply to negative 20, add up to positive 1. So the factorization is 4 outside, parentheses times parentheses. Inside the first parentheses, we have x minus 4. Inside the second parentheses, we have x plus 5. Wow, this one's very complicated. So you know we're going to have GCF, right? GCF is 6xy cubed. I feel like I've seen something similar. 6xy cubed. And what's going to be inside the parentheses? If you are not sure, you can use the strategy I teach in the class. Term 1 over GCF plus term 2, negative 12, x squared y cubed over GCF plus term 3 over GCF, right? And then simplify. 6 cancel, 6y cubed cancel y cubed, x cubed over x squared minus 2x plus 1. Yeah, plus 1. And then the trinomial inside the parentheses is x minus 1 to the power 2. It's a perfect square trinomial, right? So we can enter 6xy cubed parentheses to the power of 2. Inside the parentheses, x minus 1. Question number 80. This one, yeah, look, this one is very misleading because the leading coefficient, leading term is in the middle. Yeah, we're gonna have to rearrange. This is a challenging problem, okay? But I guarantee you, we don't have this type of problem in the exam. It's just to expand your horizon, expand your mind on this type of problem. So we're gonna write negative 2x to the power 4 in the first place, and in the middle 7x squared plus 4. This is a trinomial quadratic in form. Okay, if we let u be x squared, then u squared is x to the power 4. Then the original trinomial can be written as negative 2 u squared plus 7u plus 4. Okay, and then we factor -1 out, 2u squared minus 7u minus 4. And then we can use the slide divide slide method to factor the trinomial in u inside the parentheses. We're going to do that here. We have u squared minus 7u minus 8, which gives u minus 8, u plus 1. -a plus 1 multiplied to -a add up to -7 divided by 2. So that's u minus 4 to u plus 1. Yeah. So we have the factorization of the trinomial in u inside the parentheses factored as u minus 4 times 2u plus 1. And now we go back, bring back x. U is x squared, so we have x squared minus 4 and 2x squared plus 1. Yeah, this is a very challenging problem. It's just one problem, okay? You don't have to get 100% to get an A. X squared minus 4 can be factored as x plus 2 times x minus 2. So this is a pretty complicated factorization. To completely factor it, the result is going to be negative times x plus 2. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3 parentheses. X plus 2, x minus 2, and 2x squared plus 1, 2x squared plus 1. All right? Yeah, this is a challenging problem. If you don't like it, you can just ignore it. It's just one problem. It's just one problem. All right, continue factor. No GCF. So we're gonna slide divide slide. X squared minus 2x plus 7 times 9, 63, right? Let's see, how do we find the two integers? They must be both negative, right? Yeah, I doubt it. I think this one is not factorable. Yeah, but I'll show you why. So this trinomial has a equals 1, b equals -2, c equals 63. We need to find the two integers, multiply to 63, add up to -2. They must be both negative, okay, both negative. But if we factor 63, we have 1 times 63, 3 times 21, 7 times 9, right? However, we have both of them negative, right? Yeah, both of them negative. Yeah, so it's very important to double check each step. Do not skip steps. None of them add up to -2, right? Yeah, this add up to -64, -24, -16. Yeah, so it's not factorable. Not factorable. One, two, three, 4. Yeah, this one also has 4 terms. But obviously, we have GCF to factor it out. Let me copy the problem first. 3x to the 4th minus 3x second power plus 18x cubed y minus 18xy. GCF is going to be 3x. Yeah, 3x. 3x. Okay. Then after we factor 3x out, we have x cubed minus x plus 6x squared y minus 6y. Yeah. Let me double check. We factor 3x out. So that's going to be x cubed minus x. Okay. Three x fourth minus 3x squared plus 18x. is a cube, cube y minus 18xy. So we factor x out. Have 3 out, so 696y, 6x squared y, 1 plus 6y. This is okay. So we're gonna group, okay? Yeah, x cubed minus x plus 6x squared y minus 6y. First group, factor x out, x squared minus 1. Second group, factor 6y out, x squared minus 1. So they have a common binomial factor x squared minus 1, and we have x plus 6y, right? So we have 3x times x squared minus 1 times x plus 6y. Yeah, we did a GCF. We did a factoring by grouping. Also, we have to do a difference of two squares because x squared minus 1 is factorable. That is x minus 1 times x plus 1. And then bring down x plus 6y. Yeah, this is a very complicated, pretty complicated factorization problem. So it is factorable. The result is going to be 3x times 1, 2, 3. 3 parentheses. 1, 2, 3. And inside the first parentheses, x minus 1. Second parentheses, x plus 1. Third parentheses, x plus 6y. Right, double check my entry. Yeah. And this is a challenging problem. Those problems are pretty challenging. All right, so this one, remove the GCF, which is a 2. Yeah, let's factor 2 out. We have x squared plus 4xy minus 6y. Okay, yeah, and this one has 2 variables. Yeah, but again, as I mentioned, okay, hold on. This is not factorable. I think the result is going to be just that. Yeah, so let's give it a try. 2 times parentheses x squared plus 4xy minus 6y. Double check my entry. Yeah, it's not factorable. Yeah. All right, next. This also is about factorization. GCF is 4. 4x. Yeah, GCF is 4x. Let me write it down. 56. 36x cubed plus 12x squared y minus 8xy squared. Okay. So GCF is a 4x. And we figured out we have 14. 14x squared plus 3xy minus 2y squared. I'm going to double check if it's correct. 14 times 4 is 56. X cubed plus 12x squared y minus 8xy squared. Yeah. And in the middle, inside the parentheses, that trinomial, we can use the strategy we did earlier, right? Because x times x, x times y, y times y. So we can remove y first. We have 14x squared plus 3x minus 2. And slide x squared plus 3x minus 28. And that can be factored as x minus 4 times x plus 7. -4 positive 7 multiplied to -28 add up to 3. Yeah, divided by 14. Simplify x minus 2 over 7, x plus 1/2. Slide it back, slide it back. So that's 7x minus 2, 2x plus 1. Yeah, do not forget to bring y back, right? Bring y back, 7x minus 2y, 2x plus y. And that's the final answer, okay? Yeah, 4x times parentheses. Inside the first parentheses, we have 7x minus 2y. X plus y. You know, I also teach pre-cal. I have students have no idea how to factor polynomials. If you do not know how to factor polynomials, you should not go to pre-cal. You should relearn foundation 2. Because you won't be able to move, you know, you're stuck there, you don't know how to factor. It becomes a very basic unit. All right, continue factoring. GCF is 2, factor 2 out. 10x squared minus 27, x plus 5. Double check 20x squared minus 54, x plus 10. Okay. And this one, we're going to use slide divide slide method. 10x squared minus 27x plus 5. Slide x squared minus 27x plus 50. That one is not difficult to factor. Minus 2 minus 25, right? Yeah, minus 2 minus 25 multiplied to 50, positive, add up to -27. Divide by 10, divide by 10, 75. X minus 1 over 5, x minus 5 over 2. And then set it back. We have 2 times 5x minus 1 times 2x minus 5. This is the answer. 2 times parentheses times parentheses 5x minus 1, 5x minus 1, 2x minus 5, 2x minus 5. A polynomial that cannot be factored by the method of the chapter is called prime. All right. Okay, finally, we're gonna talk about solving quadratic equation. All right. Okay, I'm gonna slow down. And this part, we covered a little bit, but we did not go through the whole thing. This is a quadratic equation. It's an equation. It has equal sign in it. All right. And the equation is in a standard form. Standard form requires right side is 0, left side is a quadratic trinomial, right? Yeah, it looks like ax squared plus bx plus c, right? So it's in a standard form. And how do we solve this equation? We are going to solve by factoring. We're going to factor the left side. You see, still need a factorization, okay? Still need you to know how to factor polynomials. Yeah, how do you factor it? X squared minus x minus 72, a is 1, b is -1, c is -72. If you know how to factor, solving equation is not a problem at all. And we need the two integers multiplied to C, add up to B, right? And the two integers must be one positive, one negative, right? The negative number has big X value. Okay, let's see how do we factor 72. 72 could be 1 times 72, 2 times 36, 3 times 24, 4 times 18. Yeah. 5 doesn't work 6 times 12. 7 doesn't work 8 times 9. Look at that, 8 times 9. Negative or positive? It's going to be, the two integers are going to be positive 8, negative 9, right? Yeah, double check, very important. Positive 8, negative 9, multiply to negative 27, multiply to negative 72, add up to negative 1, okay? Look at the two numbers in red. What are their opposites? Their opposites are negative 8, positive 9. Those are the two solutions. That's it, okay? X equals negative 8, comma, 9. Done. Am I clear, everyone? You factor the left side. Yeah. You can use the highlighter. I see some of my students have the highlighter, right? You highlight the two integers from the shortcut. And then the opposites of the two integers you highlighted are the solutions. All right? Okay, this one is similar. X squared, use a different color. X squared plus 6x plus 5. I think you should know how to factor this one because this is an example in my slide. Plus, no, this one is not. Plus 1 plus 5, okay? Plus 1 plus 5. So you can try A the 1, B the 6, C the 5. You need the two integers multiply to C, add up to B, right? Both of them are positive. Yeah, you can factor C. The only way to factor C is 1 times 5. So plus 1 plus 5. 1 and 5 multiply to 5, add up to 6, right? It's not 2 and 3. It's not the 2 and 3. Just be very careful. Sometimes the numbers look very similar. The opposites of the two integers are negative 1, negative 5, and those are the two solutions. Yeah. Enter negative 1, comma, negative 5. Negative 1, first solution, negative 5, second solution, and done. 89. Okay. So no GCF, right? Yeah, 15 is not even. The other two numbers are even. So this is a new type of equation. We did not cover this in previous sections. I'm going to slow down. This is a quadratic equation. It is already in a standard form, which is good. Right side is 0, left side is 4x squared minus 15x plus 14. We want to factor the left side. We want to factor the left side. If we don't have this 4, we can use the shortcut, right? But we have a 4, so the method is going to be, yeah, when the leading coefficient is not 1, the method is going to be slide divide method. 2 parts only, okay? It sounds familiar because we had a slide divide slide, but that method is to factor polynomials. Here, the name of the method is called slide divide. No more 2 parts, okay? 2 number, 2 name, 2 words. So you do not continue after you divide, okay? Let me show you how. Slide, we probably know how to slide. X squared minus 15x plus 4 times 14 is a 56, right? Okay. And the factor, which two numbers multiply to 56 add up to negative 15? Yeah, we can try here. X squared minus 15x plus 56 A is 1, B is negative 15, C is 56. We need the two integers multiply to 56, add up to negative 15. They should be both negative, right? Yeah, 56, 1 times 56, 2 times 28. 3 does not work. 4 times 14. 5 does not work. 6 does not work. 7 times 8. Yeah. So they are going to be negative 7, negative 8, right? Yeah, negative 7, negative 8 multiplied to 58, 56 positive, add up to negative 15. Divide the two integers by 4. Okay, simplify. Simplify. The first fraction cannot be simplified. It's just negative 7 over 4. In the second parentheses, we have x what? Minus 2. 8 over 4 is 2, right? So negative 8 over 4 is negative 2. All right. Do not slide back. We're done. We did a slide, we did a divide. We are ready to give the solutions. We are ready to give the solutions. Yeah, look at the two numbers in red. Look at the two numbers in red. What are their opposites? Positive 7 over 4 and positive 2, and done, right? We have our ideal form, too much. We have our ideal looks of the equation, right? Right side is 0, left side is parentheses times parentheses. In each parenthesis, we have variable x plus number, right? Yeah, those numbers, their opposites are the solutions. So 7 over 4 and 2. Am I clear about this question, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
The name is called slide divide. No need to slide back, okay? Do not slide back. You're gonna differentiate the two methods. Let me enter the solution first. 7 over 4, comma 2. All right, this one, degree 2 equation, so the quadratic equation. However, this quadratic equation is not in a standard form, right? So 10x squared minus 27x equals negative 18. We need to write the equation in a standard form. We should always keep the right side be 0. So add 18 to each side. We have 10x squared minus 27x plus 18 equals 0. Now it's in a standard form. Okay. Nothing to factor out. Select the divide, right? Yeah, x squared minus 27x plus 180. Select the divide. In the middle, we have a shortcut. Here, we are going to do a shortcut. The two numbers are going to be both negative. It's going to be, yeah, let's see which two negative numbers. 290, no. 360, no. 445, no. 536, no. 630, no. 7 doesn't work. 8 doesn't work. 9, 20, no. 10, 18. 415. 14, 15. Hold on. 12. Yeah, I mean 12. 12, 15, sorry. I mean 12, 15, okay? 12, 15. 12 times 15 is 180. And 12 plus 15, 27. Yeah. So the two numbers are negative 12, negative 15. All right? And then divide by 10. Divide by 10. Simplify. 12 over 10, 6 over 5. 15 over 10, 3 halves. All right, I'm going to write the two numbers in red. Minus 6 over 5. is minus 3/2. And their opposites, positive 6/5, positive 3/2. Those are the two solutions. Okay. 6 divided by 5, comma, 3/2. 3 divided by 2, and that's it. 91. Okay, all right. We have x squared. I need to put on my blue light blocking glasses because my eyes start to feel. X squared plus 5x equals 0. Yeah, left side is a binomial, is fine. Yeah, just know we are solving by factoring. Factor x out, we have x plus 5. Okay, yeah, I can write the left side as x minus 0, x plus 5. We had this covered in the class, right? Yeah, I can write x as x minus 0. And those two numbers in red, their opposites are 0 and -5. And those are the two solutions, 0 and -5. 0, comma, -5. Okay, this one, 3x squared equals 48, right? I think we can divide out 3 first. 3 goes into 48 16 times, right? So we have x squared equals 16. Minus 16 from each side, we have x squared minus 16 equals 0. Right side is 0. Left side is the difference of two squares that we can factor. I hope you remember how to factor. X plus 4, x minus 4, right? Yeah, x squared minus 4 squared, 16 is 4 squared. And in the two numbers, they have opposites, -4, +4. So the two solutions are -4, +4. -4, +4. Okay, this one, we're gonna have to keep the right side be 0. 7x squared plus 2x equals 9x. Minus 9x from each side to keep the right side be 0. Right side is 0. Left side is 7x squared minus 7x. Okay? 7x squared minus 7x. And the binomial on the left side has GCF of 7x. Factor it out. We have x minus 1. Okay? And we can write that as, we can get rid of 7 if you want. Yeah, we can get rid of 7. So x minus 0, x minus 1. Do you see it? So x times x minus 1 is x minus 0 times x minus 1, right? The opposites of the two numbers is 0, +1. So 0 and 1 are the two solutions. 0 and 1. If you have time, I'm not sure you do, but if you have time, you should double check. How do you double check? Plugging in. Question number 94. Okay, this one, we need to keep the right side be 0. We have 8x squared equals 30x minus 18, right? Yeah, we want the right side be 0, so we're gonna minus 30x plus 18. Then the right side be 0. Left side is 8x squared minus 30x plus 18. All right? Do we have GCF to factor it out? Yes, we do. Divided by 2. Divided by 2. Divided by 2. Divided by 2. So we have a 4x squared minus 15x plus 9 equals 0. Slide divided method, okay? Slide x squared minus 15x plus 4 times 9, 36. Shortcut. Negative 12 and negative 3. Negative 12, negative 3 multiply to positive 36, add up to negative 15. All right. Divide by 4, divided by 4. Simplify. 12 over 4 is 3, so negative 3 minus 3/4. So the two numbers in red, they have opposites. They have opposites 3 and 3/4. 3 and 3/4. 3, comma 3 divided by 4. All right. Next. All right. Okay. So this one we have x minus 9 times x plus 8 equals 6 times x minus 9. By the way, there are different methods to solve this equation. What I would do is to use the factor method, okay? I'm gonna minus 6 times x minus 9 from each side. We need to keep the right side with 0. Then the left side has x minus 9 times x plus 8 minus 6 times x minus 9. I don't know, I hope you see that the two parts, they have a common binomial factor x minus 9. So we can factor it out. Yeah, this one's a little bit different. Factor x minus 9 out. And then we're going to have x plus 8 minus 6 inside the parentheses, right? Yeah. I'm going to color those as yellow. You know, those are the leftover. So x plus 8 minus 6 are left over. So we have x minus 9 times x plus 8 minus 6 is x plus 2. All right. I can rewrite this as in red, minus 9 plus 2. And their opposites is 9, negative 2. So the two solutions are 9 and negative 2. 9, negative 2. This one, let's copy 16x squared minus 6x plus 25 equals negative 46x. Yeah. I emphasized already, but I don't mind to do that again. When we solve quadratic equation, we need to firstly write the equation in a standard form. Means the right side needed to be 0. If it's not 0, you have to make it be 0. Okay. This one right side is not 0. How do we make it be 0? We add a 46x to each side. Then we have 16x squared. 46 minus 6, 40. Plus 25 equals 0. Okay. Look at the GCF. We don't really have any GCF. Okay. And if you can tell, this is the 4x to the power 2. This is 5 to the power 2. Yeah, B1, base 1 is 4x. Base 2 is 5. Multiply the two bases. 4x times 5 is 20x. Double it is 40x. So the left side is a perfect square trinomial. Okay? Yeah, we have done perfect square trinomial many times. The left side can be factored as square of 4x plus 5. The left side can be factored as square of 4x plus 5. Okay? If a perfect square equals 0, the base must be 0. Only 0 square is 0. Other numbers, their square is not 0. Okay? Only 0 has a square 0. So that means the 4x plus 5 is 0. Minus 5 from each side. 4x equals negative 5 divided by 4. We have x equals negative 5 over 4. Okay? Negative 5 over 4. Oh, sorry. The negative sign, put a dot here. Negative sign is negative sign. Negative 5 over 4. This one, okay, looks weird, but you know, we just need to modify a little bit, right? Change the looks. So it's x squared plus 12x all over 7 equals 95. Yeah, I would say, yeah, I did say the first thing to do is to keep the right side be 0. But this one has a denominator. If it has a denominator, we have to get rid of the denominator first, right? So we're going to multiply by 7 to each side. And this 7 will cancel this 7. And the left side becomes x squared plus 12x. Right side is negative 35. 35 times 7, negative 35. And then we keep the right side be 0. X squared plus 12x plus 35 equals 0. We factor the left side. Both are positive, so not very challenging. 5 and 7, right? 5 times 7, 35, 5 plus 7, 12. Yeah. Okay, what are the solutions? They're opposites, right? 95, 97. 95, 97. Comma, 97. Oh. Okay, so I would need more space for this problem. And it's very small. I need a copy paste. Then I can see it and I can read it. It's too small. This. Okay. Better. When an object is thrown upward, the height, which is s, in meters, is given approximately by the equation, which is a quadratic equation, all right? Where v is the upward initial velocity in meters per second, t is the time of flight in seconds, and h is the height above level ground from which the object is thrown. Johnny is standing on a platform 8 meters high and throws a ball straight upward as high as he can at a velocity of 80 meters per second. At what time t will the ball hit the ground? Okay, let's do one thing at a time, okay? The function is given. Yes, actually it's a function, but let's see the equation. S equals -5t squared plus vt plus h. After we read the problem, after we read the sentences, we should know the initial velocity, v, is 18. Because Johnny is throwing the object upward at a velocity 18, right? So v is 18. Let's plug in. V is 18. What about h? H here is the initial height. Johnny is standing on a platform 8 meters high. So h is 8. Okay? Because when t equals 0, if you plug in t equals 0, s equals h. That means h is the initial height. When the ball initially start to move, is in Johnny's hand, right? Yeah, that's t equals 0. And Johnny is standing on the platform. So we assume Johnny is it says assume that the ball is 8 meters from the ground when it leaves Johnny's hand. Yeah, we do not consider Johnny's height. Let's say Johnny is very short, right? Yeah, we do not consider that. So h is 8. So you're gonna be able to read the question and figure out the value for v and h. And now this function is certain. This is a certain function. And we need to look for the time, which is t, such that the ball hit the ground. When the ball hit the ground, hits the ground, as the height of the ball is 0, right? You need to also be able to see that. So we're going to plug in s equals 0. then we have 0 equals negative 5t squared plus 18t plus 8. I'm going to move all the three terms to the left side. Remember, side and the sign. Negative 5t squared going to become a 5t squared positive. 18t become negative 18t. 8 become negative 8 on the left side, all right? And then we're going to solve this quadratic equation. This is an application of a quadratic equation. So now we are solving it. How do we solve it? Select divide. T squared minus 18t minus 40. So we have t minus, let's see. Yeah, 20 and 2. Minus 20 plus 2. Negative 20 plus 2 is negative 40. Negative 20 plus 2, negative 18. Okay? Divide by 5. Do not forget to divide. And simplify, we have t minus 4, t plus 2 over 5. As always, I'm going to highlight the two numbers in red. Their opposites going to be the solution. So x equals 4 positive or t, not x. T equals 4 or t equals negative over 5. However, t is time. T is time. Time cannot be negative. So this one is not in the picture, all right? So t equals 4. At t equals 4, at 4 seconds, the ball hits the ground. 4 seconds. Second part. After 3 seconds, what's the height of the ball, right? Oh. Going to do this. After 3 seconds. Yeah, let's start with here. We're gonna plug in t equals 3, right? Then s equals negative 5, 3 squared plus 18 times 3. Yeah, all we need to do is just plug in equals plus 8. Negative 5, 3 squared is 9. 18 plus 3 is a 40, 54. And this is a 45. And the negative 45 plus 54, that's 9. 9 plus 8 is 17. Double check. Yeah. 17 meters high. 17 meters high. 17. All right, not too bad. It's troublesome, a little bit challenging, but not too bad. Okay, this one is in a review. You might have this problem in your exam. So that's the second problem, right? Oh, we run out of time. How about let's complete the last 2 problems on Thursday. Only 2 problems. We can get it done very quickly and then start a review. All right. I hope this helps. I recorded the video. So when you struggle while doing the homework assignment, look at the video, right? Yeah, one question with one question. Even the numbers are different, but the type of the question is the same. That would help you, all right? Yeah, practice a lot. I really think after you practice all the 100 questions, you're supposed to be ready. Yeah, theoretically, if you really mindfully practice those questions, you should be ready for the exam. All right, guys? Yeah, feel free to email me if you have any questions. I'll say have a good the rest of the night. I'll see you on Thursday. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.